Welcome to Behind the Spotlight. I'm Crystal Lambert, and I'm very excited to have Gang of Thieves in studio today. You guys are funk, you're rock, you're a little bit of everything. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, yeah.
And you're all about working together, right?
That is
Indeed.
exactly correct.
In fact, that's the name of your first song. It's called Work Together
Yep.
by Gang of Thieves. Take it away.
Hey.
Gone is yesterday. We aren't far away. Lost, but not afraid to say we can make a change. Wait for me, baby. I just wanna know, will our passion wake up today? Since you've gone away, trouble's all I know every day. We can try real hard this time to read between the lines. Maybe we can work together, and we could leave the past behind. 'Cause baby, if we try, we can work together. Our song, never let it go, 'cause you know we sing it all for you. Oh, no, that's a no. We come back soon, someday. We could try real hard this time to read between the lines. Maybe we can work together. Leave the past behind. 'Cause baby, if we try, we can work together. This time to read between the lines. Maybe we can work together, and we could leave the past behind. 'Cause baby, if we try, we can work together. And we could try real hard this time to read between the lines. Maybe we can work together. Come on, and and leave the past behind. 'Cause baby, if we try, we can work together. Oh, we can try real hard this time. Try real hard. Baby, we can work together. And we can leave the past behind. Leave it behind. Baby, we can work together. We can work it out, baby, now. Try real hard this time, yeah. To read between the lines. Leave the past behind. 'Cause baby, if we try, we can work together.
And that was Work Together by Gang of Thieves. And working together is definitely a theme that I see here in your music and sort of your message. Tell us about the tour that you're on right now and what it's all about.
Well, the tour that we're on right now is the Work Together tour. And it's all about working together.
Go figure!
It's what we've been trying to do is visit as many volunteer locations as we can in most of the cities that we visit. trying to put in a little bit into the communities that we visit, both musically and our sweat and mental
Blood, sweat, and
game.
tears.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. Hopefully not blood, but there was this one time at Habit for Humanity that we bled a little bit.
You got scratched up as some cats. I mean, you've been volunteering at what? Animal shelters. Tell us about some of the experiences so far.
Well, one that immediately comes to mind was a couple weeks or a week or two ago in Florida. We volunteered at like a service dog center, and we didn't know what to expect going in, and then we go in, they're like, oh man, actually we like just had all our puppies. So if you guys could just do this one other thing and then just like socialize the puppies, that'd be great. So we're like, I guess we could, take one for the team and play with
a bunch of puppies.
70.
Yeah, so it was literally
awesome.
it was just us all day with like actually 70 golden retriever and Labrador puppies, just like this is the best.
Covered in puppies.
Right.
The whole for like 2 hours.
That was the real dream. So the music has always been a dream, but really it's been about the puppies.
It's really all downhill from here.
Yeah, that was the peak, I think.
Got us.
I wonder,
Look at me now, Mom.
yeah, right? I mean, and that's got to be so inspiring and uplifting, because I hear like you have a very uplifting sound as well. So I'm sure some of it, comes from those experiences.
It's all kind of one and the same.
Yeah, I can see that being part of your brand. All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get more into this in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
I wanna get some more and take me on.
Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. I'm here with a gang of thieves, and we were just talking about all of the volunteering that you guys have been doing. What has been your favorite experience so far, besides the puppies? I know the puppies are high up there.
They're pretty high up there.
I mean, has there been anything really cool? I know like food pantries, you did harvesters, right? What's been a really cool experience that you've gotten from all this?
The kids, Topes?
I think actually, we've been volunteering at food shelves. We did a Habitat for Humanity. Like we said, we were doing stuff with animals, but I think one of our favorite things was we got to go and play at a preschool, actually.
Nice.
For he's like 4 years old, right? Our 4-year-old super fan.
Yeah, it's
had us over at his preschool, and it was great. It was just like we were playing for the kids, trying to share music with them and share that passion.
Did they dance and get really into it?
We got them to clap along.
Yeah.
Very critical.
They were very critical. Yeah.
Because kids are so honest, it's so scary. But like as soon as he hit his drum once, they were all just like,
Yeah,
They all like drums.
They all like drums. Yeah, at the end that we were like saying, does anybody play an instrument? And then like, sure enough, there's like, 13 kids that were like, my dad plays the drums. My dad plays the drums. My dad plays the drums.
I don't know if their dads all played the drums, but they liked it.
Sounds like you had a very attentive audience, though. They could
was
really
very-
appreciate you for what you were doing.
You know what? There was like a 4 or 5 month old that was crying before we started playing Work Together, and we started playing, and it
snap.
actually stopped crying and
You
listened
were-
the whole show without crying again. So
You're the lullaby. Yes. We got to start playing Gang of Thieves to our children.
Yes.
That's the message here.
For the kids.
Who needs Kids Bop? We got Gang of Thieves.
right, yeah.
Gang of Thieves bop.
Well, what is your ultimate message? So there is a lot of positive sound. There is a lot of helping the community. Where did you guys sort of formulate that idea that that's what you wanted to do? And tell us about your message.
Well, I mean, we've always been kind of a really positive group, and we've always tried to, be a positive impact on either the towns that we're playing in, and just kind of the message that we spread. But for this tour, the Work Together tour, we wrote that song, We're Together, and we're like, well, this is just a very relevant message right now in our country and in our world. It's just like people need to just work together. That's like the most important thing that anyone can really do for each other right now.
And no matter what you do, whether or not if you're a plumber or if you're a mechanic or whatever you do.
Construction worker.
Hey. You can do your job and try to put a positive message out along with it, whether it's, making sure the people's home that you're visiting, if you're a plumber, are comfortable and that you create a positive experience with your job through them. Or if you play music, it's a lot easier because you're singing songs with content that may relate to people. But I think that it's one of the most powerful things that an individual can do right now. There's a lot of hate and violence out there, and the best way that we can fight that is to promote a positive message through whatever it is you do, and try to support each other.
Really lacking too day to day, that people are kind of just trudging through.
It can be.
It can be.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I mean, it's easy to kind of just glaze over, you know, paying attention to things like that, to, you know, really making sure you're being positive and providing a you know, a meaningful output of energy into your community, into you know, just the world in general. I feel like there's, you know, the world always needs more of that, I think. So as much as we can inspire that, I think is a good thing.
Well, and you all seem to have this attitude, but were you always that way? Was this something that you created when you came together, or were you each just individually pretty positive people and thought, hey, let's put together this type of music?
I think I think it's all kind of one really feeds into the other. You know,
Yeah.
you know, it's because it's at this point just like the positivity in the music. It's just a lifestyle, and it just all kind of rolls together. You know.
Well, you know, and it's interesting because some people, a lot of times it's a rock bottom moment, or it's something really negative that they've been experiencing in their life that makes them kind of change, do a 180, and then channel that into something more positive. So was there anything like that where you guys thought, you know, hey, I'm just tired of struggling with this, or I'm tired of feeling stress, or, you know, I mean, I wonder how you inspire someone to make meaningful change in their life. Besides, obviously, you know, with you guys turning to music, what has inspired you guys to make that sort of be your message?
My parents.
Yeah.
Parents?
Our parents are all really
Definitely
supportive.
parents.
They all push that message out there. Also, getting Taylor on the drums, who's a really positive influence on the whole group.
Also, I think
Has
that
been
going
huge.
around to different communities around the country, we get to see all sorts of different places and all things like that. So we get to see a lot of different communities and like what they need, or like, you know, some places have more things than others, and it's
I'm sure
just,
that puts things in perspective.
yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
puts
it
it into
does.
Yeah.
perspective.
Traveling definitely gives you a good perspective on
Especially coming from our small state of Vermont.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You know, because we're tucked way up there. You know? So it's like to go to these places, it's cool to like really experience them from the inside out, because it's
Sure,
like going,
sure.
you know, a lot of bands do it just going from like venue to hotel,
Oh,
et cetera,
yeah.
et cetera. It can be really kind of like dehumanizing almost.
Oh, yeah.
So to really like, you know, get out there and wake up early and go do the thing, you know.
And such
Right.
it's such a cool way to be able to experience each city too.
Sure.
To
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
to really
Yeah.
immerse yourself in it.
And for other people, I would just encourage, you know, like the small things are what matter. You know, finding
Yeah.
joy in small things,
Yeah.
not taking things too, you know, personally or seriously if you can,
Yeah.
and just whatever it is you're doing every day, see if you can do it with a positive outlook instead. Because our intention, everybody's intention in the world is what creates reality for us, creates our world. So if
So
people are putting a
appreciate
good
the
thing
small
out there.
things. Don't take things for granted. Learn to. I'm totally with you on that. I dig it. I love the message. Okay, so I want to get to our 4 favorites. Starting here. Favorite book.
My favorite book is Effortless Mastery by Kenny Werner.
Not heard of that, but is
a
this like a inspirational? I love it.
Yeah, inspirational book for musicians and artists especially. It's really helpful.
That's a
Great
good one. I
resource for
bet
anyone
people in
that's
our
interested
audience
in
will
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you?
My favorite book is The Two Towers, which is the second book of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, okay.
It's
at
right
first I was
in the
thinking
middle.
Dark Towers. Okay, Lord of the Rings. Got it. How about you?
My favorite book is a book called The Name of the Wind by a newer author by the name of Patrick Rothfuss. And it's
Fiction?
It is it's like fantasy, sci-fi, fiction, and it's one of the best out there.
And what was that called again?
It's called The Name of the Wind.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Highly
Okay.
recommend it.
Next.
I think my favorite book is Ender's Game.
Okay.
You know that one?
Yeah.
The movie's terrible. The book is great.
I haven't seen the movie or the book. I'm just familiar with it, so I can't say one way or the other. But it's popular. It's a popular one.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I like the Gunslinger.
the Gunslinger. You're into the Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we also have a
Those are pretty
song about the
intense.
Gunslinger.
Yes,
Oh, you
we
do?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out
Listen
too.
to it online.
Yeah, it's find it on Spotify.
And okay,
What's
we're
your
running out of
favorite book?
time. Harry Potter. I'm a Harry Potter nerd. Admittedly, I love the
That's all
Harry
good.
Potter books.
I think all
and I
of us
read
do.
all of them, so
I've read all
Yeah,
of
we've
them.
all read all those.
yeah, I have some really high taste. And we're running out of time, so just quickly, your favorite music artist?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder,
The Allman Brothers Band.
Allman Brothers Band.
Ripe. Band called Ripe.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check them out.
It's always changing, but currently Lettuce.
Snarky Puppy.
Snarky Puppy, that's another one that sounds amazing just based on the name.
Also,
Yeah.
also is a
Also
really
are
good
amazing.
Also brings the fun.
Okay, and then your favorite movie?
I'm a big Matrix fan, so I have to say.
You like Keanu?
Well, yeah, but like, you know, the whole
I mean, I
the whole
get
thing.
Matrix, but I love Keanu. Have you seen him in the new John Wick movies?
I don't, not sure.
Hilarious. They're actually
Okay,
really
I'll have
good.
to check that out.
if you like Matrix and action and you kind of like Keanu, John Wick is hilarious.
Okay, sounds good. I mean, I like Keanu.
Movie?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say The Lion King.
Lion King!
I was gonna say The Lion King.
Everybody loves the Lion King.
That's
First
good.
movie I ever saw in
Star
theaters.
Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. And you have
Classic.
a specific one too.
Yep.
It's not just the whole Star Wars. Okay.
Very first
Original.
one.
Very nice. Okay.
I'm a
moving
huge
on.
Marvel fan, so I'm gonna say The Avengers.
Avengers. Can't go wrong with the Avengers. That's like high octane entertainment. That's
classic.
just what I think of when I think of, yeah. Okay, and last but not least, favorite movie?
I was gonna say The Lion King, I swear.
Lion King? You stole it.
Nick stole it. So now I guess, yeah.
You can have the same movie.
Snatch. That's a good one. That's a real good one, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, that's another great one.
That's a good one too.
It's a tough question. Okay, and last but not least, your guys' favorite story that you have shared as a band, favorite experience.
The one that immediately comes to mind is the puppies. But
Puppies
just
are
Just
good.
and the kids, really.
Puppies,
yeah.
the super fan kids. How about anything that has been like a trial or tribulation while you've been on the road? I mean, surely there have been some issues.
Man,
On this tour, it's actually been pretty smooth.
You guys are just
Knock on
so-
wood. We all have our moments, you know?
yeah.
I'm trying to have like a Dr. Phil moment. Like I want you guys to like break out and fight. Come on.
Well, actually, we had this crazy time on our first. This was years ago. Our first ever tour. You know, we were like super young, so we had this like awful van. Don't know how it made it as far as it did, but we had played our last show. We were driving straight home. We were in the middle of Nebraska, and like our axle had like bent somehow, just like totally like can't. You know, you look at it and you're like, oh well, this van's done. And it's like 4 a.m. We're pulled over on the side of I-80. Our e-brake is on. We're jacked up, and then
Got
we're all
flares.
we're just waiting for AAA. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like nobody's wearing seatbelts. Tobin's standing outside the van. We just get like rear-ended at like this guy going like 75 miles an hour.
Oh no.
Crazy. Somehow we were all totally fine.
Did your airbags
he
go
hit
off?
us
Toby
right in the
went
gear.
flying like 20
fine.
feet.
And
Yeah, I was
Wait, are
out-
you serious?
I was outside the van looking
got hit
in
by the
our
door.
tire, and the door was open, so I
Oh
got
my
hit by the passenger side door.
yeah.
And we had a
And
puppy
woke
that
up
like
10 feet
puppy
in front
ended
of our
up
van.
on
Wait, there
the
was
other
a
side of the
puppy?
car.
There was a
Yeah.
puppy
There was
in the
a
van.
puppy?
It was. We had just gotten
Yeah.
a van dog.
And like
She's
somehow
fine.
She was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was totally fine. Gear was totally fine, and this
horrifying.
guy's the insurance wound up paying for a new van, which is a miracle in disguise because our other van was just.
Right. We
And
were-
then
yeah.
and a U-Haul for us to get all the way home in our gear. So for the rest of us, all the way from Nebraska up to Burlington, Vermont, most of us, except for the one guy whose name had to be on the U-Haul, we all had to sit in this just like pitch black box with all of our stuff going around. And by like, you know, it's like a crazy long drive. So by the end of it,
Like
every
you're
time
being
we stopped for
smuggled
gas,
past down the line or
it's like-
something.
We'd feel the van stop and we'd be like, wait, we stopped, guys.
Yeah, there's no cell phone service in the box, so nobody knew what time it was or where were we. You know, so it's like the door would open. It's like all this light.
Like you're
would
being
pour
held
through.
prisoner.
Exactly. It was crazy.
The
Yeah.
door would just open and we'd be in a new state or a new place, and
Yeah,
like the
you know-
light would come in and we'd be like, oh,
Like, please don't.
So that's our tale of trial and,
I like
and
it.
tribulation.
Thank you for sharing the dirt. And we'll have more coming up after this. Don't go anywhere.
Since you've gone away, trouble's all I know every day.
Thanks for joining us here on Behind the Spotlight. We do have one more song from Gang of Thieves coming up, but before that, I want to make sure you guys can hear all of their great music and find it online. Where do we go to buy your music, to follow you on social media, all that good stuff?
Well, we have a website, thegangofthieves.com. You can check out our music there or on Spotify or on iTunes. We are on Facebook and Instagram and all over social media, really. If you Google search Gang of Thieves, a whole bunch of stuff will come right up. But definitely follow us on Spotify and check us out on Facebook.
Yeah,
And,
good stuff. Make
thank
sure
you.
to add them.
Yeah.
We got one more song from you, and it's called
Family of the Sun.
Family of the Sun by Gang of Thieves. Take it away.
There's nothing you can say to me that could shake my faith in our family of the sun. Yeah, family of the sun, can you hear me? Buying out humanity, selling out democracy. Do you know what you've done? Whoa, do you know what you've done? Yeah, slowly filling up the streets. There's a general lack of trust in your face. Growing up inside the throes of greed is not what we will make our children bear. I wanna feel. Understand that ground I wanna feel. Sun is shining down today. Though your arguments away, so we can have some fun. Yeah, so we can have some fun. Can you hear me? Starting up a family so that love can follow me. All of it just begun. Oh, all of it just begun. Yeah, coming home from on the road, I told my babe I just don't know what to do.